And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. 2K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. Our game tonight featuring the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Denver Nuggets. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sideline. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, it's one that I'm curious about. It'll be the 6th contest on the season for them, and a game that should have a lot of great matchups.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Inside for them, it's Gordon and Jokic. Hardaway is out there with Murray, and it's Watson in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, the forward spots will be Butler and Green. Stephen Curry's out there with D'Anthony Melton, and it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. Now we got minutes, we have rotations. These elements, Greg, are very much in the works at this time of the season.
And I tell you, a hot streak from a role player might earn them a starting spot, and further success can really shake things up. Giving everyone a fair chance is key.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, this team takes on a different attitude when Porzingis imposes his will like that. His energy and attitude, infectious.
Hardaway finds Jokic. Over Porzingis. Jokic, no good. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Lakers in L.A. It's Curry outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Murray looking around. Pass to Jokic. Over Porzingis, and Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Porzingis with a screen on Murray. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And the basket by Gordon.
I think this is an area that Gordon has really improved. Now a legitimate threat from outside the arc.
This past postseason, the Nuggets, Clark, were a part of 2 thrilling Game 7 series.
Yes, indeed they were. They beat the Clippers in the first round and then fell to the Thunder in a very competitive series and ended up giving the eventual NBA champs their toughest test of the postseason.
And it's Green missing.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Jokic on top, guarded by Curry. 5 on the clock. Safety move, and again it's Denver.
Jokic has such an efficient, soft stroke, especially from this in-between area.
Screen by Porzingis. Looking to end the run, and the basket by Curry. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Murray against Curry, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, you know, right there in that instance, you could see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
Now here's Curry. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. Golden State needs to get off a shot. It's good from long range.
The moment Melton thinks he has a shot, he gets it up. He's very assertive around the arc.
Brown with it. Now Green defending. And the layup is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Curry outside. And another three for Golden State.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now, here's Jokic. Outside for Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. And the shot is good. Murray's got 6 points.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
Curry passes to Melton. Back to Curry. Porzingis with a screen on Murray. Curry can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The Warriors leading on the wing. Melton. No good from outside. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. The 17-footer goes down. He has 6. 19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Porzingis kicks to Curry. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. With the teardrop, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 1. And we'll be back with you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Nuggets?
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
Oh, man. Their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Stephen Curry's out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Murray against Curry. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Curry. Launches it. And Brown pulls it down. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8. Offensive rebound. Five to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
You know, Steph sticks his nose in and gets rewarded there, playing with no fear at all.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Murray outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Curry with the steal. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Pass to Strother. Jokic inside. He's against Porzingis. Jokic gets it done right in front, in close.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's Curry outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
He had 2 first-quarter threes and now just added another.
Jokic on top, headed by Porzingis. Jokic passes to Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Murray's got 9.
Murray saw the 3 made on the other end and decided to come right back with payback and get one of his own.
Curry with a wide-open look. And another 3 for Golden State.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Murray for 3. Missed the shot. He's made 3 and missed 3 from the field.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Curry's got such a great feel and understanding of the game. I mean, he can make a lot happen in the pick and roll.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Stephen Curry is nearing the finish line. He said every year there's some new style, new energy coming through that challenges you. And seeing these young dudes come up and understanding how much talent there is, this is not going to be around forever. So enjoy every moment of it. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Allie. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Here's Curry. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Hardaway passes to Jokic. Here's Watson, defended by Butler. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Curry deciding where to go with it, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
Curry with the steal, takes it inside. Curry glides his way inside.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Out to Hardaway. Jokic sets the screen for Hardaway. Off target from outside. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And that, my friends, is a dagger on the way to the locker room. That three-pointer stings when it comes right at the end of the half.
And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors ahead, up by 8. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Thank you. Well, Coach Kerr, what did you like about the way your guys have started this game off?
Well, I like the way we defended without fouling so we could get our flow. And guys just came in and made some big ones, and our offense got going.
The defense was disciplined. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Denver Nuggets.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shots.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
Looking at the Nuggets, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh, and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Murray, and it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward. 6 to shoot, no coverage that time. Curry's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Warriors. Murray with it, and Curry picks him up defensively.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, if they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Butler finds Curry. Green with a screen on Murray. Curry pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And now it's a 10-point Warrior lead. Left side, Gordon. Pass to Jokic. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Porzingis.
Tell you what, with Jokic, you've got to foul him harder than that. This big fella takes pride in finishing through the defense.
Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
For Porzingis.
Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged about 19 points a game last year, 6 rebounds and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff. Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Warriors leading by 8. Here's Curry. The shot comes out.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Jokic against Green. Jokic kicks to Hardaway. Back to Jokic. Over Green. The Warriors pull it in. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Butler finds Curry. Back to Butler. And Curry has it in the corner. Outside, Green. That 3 off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Watson. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
And the clever passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the court.
Now here's Curry. 33 points for him. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd.
First in assists. And they were also number 1 in our league in terms of fast break points. This team was all about pace, attacking on every possession.
And their assist numbers tell you all you need to know about the kind of team they were. They played unselfish basketball at its best. Now here's Murray. He's got 9. Jokic passes to Watson. The slam by Jokic.
No surprise, Jokic is having a great night. I mean, he is a walking 3-level bucket.
And we saw last season the Nuggets, GA, in the final week of the regular season, making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seemed like there'd been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Back to you, Kevin.
They're sure good with him in the lineup. Okay, thank you, Allen.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 18. That shot off. Nice D from Porzingis. Outside Curry. 1:05 left here in the 3rd quarter. And it's Golden State with another.
And give it up for Steph Curry. This guy seemingly never has an off night. One of the all-time greats.
Gordon kicks to Hardaway. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's the 3. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Curry on the wing. He's covered by Watson. And another 3 for Golden State.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Outside Gordon. Back to Murray. Will it go? Makes it off the glass. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
Now here's Curry. The 3. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Curry is out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Warriors' 5. Now Curry. Following the 3-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Lobbed up there for Green. No good on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Butler. And Valanciunas pulls it down. The Nuggets trail by 10. Outside for Murray. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Valanciunas. It's deflected. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
Now here's Curry. Here's Melton. And the Warriors miss again.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Back to Murray. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And Murray's shooting, probably the strongest part of his game. Absolutely exceptional. Whenever the ball is coming off his fingers like that, my assumption is it's good.
Butler finds Curry. In by Porzingis from past the arc. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Nuggets trail by 9. And so David Adelman calls the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
Well, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
Back to Curry. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
Well, what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Curry buries the 3-shot.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Green rips down the board. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Takes the 3. Good, that's another bucket.
An incredible performance tonight, folks. He's at 50.
And tonight ties him for the 5th most 50-point games in NBA history. And so David Adelman calls the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Now Jokic. Big time move inside.
Impressive seeing Jokic go off like this. I mean, you can tell his teammates are being energized by what he's doing.
Curry, and he hits from 17.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now, here's Jokic. Porzingis pulls it down.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for him. He'll usually convert that.
Outside Curry. Six on the shot clock. Butler outside. Green. Here's Butler. Curry up top. Now Green puts up the 3. Curry again. What an avalanche.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so with this, and again for three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And it's a four-way tie now. Himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jacks up a three. Let's lose a three. Good, another from three.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history book.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Jimmy, congrats on the...
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. So long.